Today we are going to learn about gender identity, sexual orientation, gender roles, gender role attitudes, and gender stereotypes. In 1964, Robert Stoller coined the term gender identity. It refers to how an individual perceives themselves, whether as psychologically male or female. If the individual's gender identity corresponds to their biological sex, they are called as cisgender individuals. If their gender identity doesn't match to their biological sex, they are called as transgender individuals. But there are people who doesn't conform to their gender identity doesn't conform to their biological sex, so they undergo surgical or hormonal treatment to change their sex in order to correspond with their gender identity. They are called as transsexuals. There are certain people who are called as gender queer, gender variant, or gender fluid who doesn't feel as male or females. We are going to learn about sexual orientation. It refers to the enduring pattern of emotional, romantic, and sexual attractions to men, women, and of both sexes. It can be defined or discussed in three categories: heterosexual, gay, lesbian, or bisexual. Heterosexual refers to having emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to members of opposite sex. Gay or lesbian refers to having emotional or romantic or sexual attractions to members of one's own sex. And bisexual refers to having emotional, romantic, or sexual attractions to both men and women. And the basics of adult sexual orientation, it emerges typically from middle childhood and early adolescence. This can occur without any prior sexual experience as well. There can be people who are celibate and still know their sexual orientation. We are moving to gender roles. Gender role refers to the expectations that are laid down by the society or by the culture because of being male or female. These attributes can be labeled based on masculinity and femininity. The theoretical explanation of gender roles can be on the basis of gender schema theory and social learning theory. Based on gender schema theory, it says the children are active learners who actually look, observe, and socialize themselves. They will tend to watch others' behavior, their activities, their attributes into gender categories known as schemas. It is said that people of all ages tend to remember the information which are consistent to the behaviors or attitude. For example, if they are seeing, even if they are seeing a woman firefighter, they will not likely remember the information that females are also working in this kind of risky jobs, because according to them, if the schema is said that the firefighters are men, the people also tend to misremember schema inconsistent information. For example, even if they see a man who is cooking near the stove, they may tend to actually misremember and feel like it is a woman who was actually cooking. So, by remembering only the schema consistent information, the gender schemas tend to strengthen more over time. Another theory which explains the gender role is social learning theory, which suggests that gender roles are learned through reinforcement, punishment, and modeling. So, children are often being rewarded when they behave based on their gender roles and punished for breaking those things. In addition to that, it is said that when children try to model the behavior of others, or when they tend to imitate the behavior of their adults, if it is appropriate, the parents do appreciate it as well. Now we are going to learn about gender role attitudes. It refers to the views that are held by individuals regarding their roles that men and women should play in the society. There are three types of gender role attitudes: traditional gender role, egalitarian gender role, and transitional attitude. So, in traditional gender role attitude, it means that if you're believing that the social expectations of how men and women should behave. For example, if you believe like women should primarily be focusing on raising children and taking care of the household, while men should earn, then you believe in traditional gender role attitude. Egalitarian gender role attitude means if you believe that men and women should be both independent and they should be equally responsible for working inside and outside the home, that means your attitude is egalitarian. Then, in transitional attitude, you believe that men and women should participate to work inside the home and outside home, but women should also do their traditional role as well. That is, women should focus on raising children, maintaining the household, and men should focus more on earning money. Then you believe in transitional gender role attitude. Last, we will be learning about gender stereotypes. They refer to the beliefs about typical characteristics of behaviors men and women do. In based on the biology or physiology, emotions, intelligence, or cognition, we can see the various gender attitudes or stereotypes being held in the society. Men are often viewed as strong, powerful, whereas women are viewed as weak. In terms of emotions as well, men are viewed as stable, aggressive, where women are gentle hearted and cry very easily. When it comes to intelligence, women are viewed as dreamy and less capable, whereas men are viewed as intelligent. When it comes to attitude, male are considered as assertive, courageous, whilst females are considered as dependent or submissive. That's all for today. Thank you.